Okay, let's unpack this. You flagged the cancellation of Suits L.A. Pretty quick, huh? After just one season on NBC.
Yeah, really quick, especially for a spin-off with, such a huge original show behind it.
Exactly. It had that built-in fan base, a known star, but just didn't seem to connect. So we're going to dive into why that might be.
And what it maybe tells us about, well, the Suits universe and maybe franchises in general right now.
No, you're looking for those quick but deep insights. And this whole situation, it's kind of a perfect case study on like media consumption today, maybe even franchise fatigue.
It definitely feels like there are some lessons here. The speed of it all is striking.
It really is. So the main news, NBC pulled the plug. Done. One season. Which, again, feels surprising given how Suits blew up on streaming.
Network TV, though, the pressure is intense. Shows need to perform, and they need to do it fast. There's maybe less patience than there used to be.
Let's talk numbers then, because they seem pretty key here. The premiere pulled in 2.6 million viewers. Not bad, right? A decent start.
Yeah, respectable. But the issue was sustainability.
It dropped steadily, down to just over 1 million viewers each week by the end.
And that kind of drop, well, it's significant. You can see why NBC grouped it in with their other recent cancellations, like The Irrational and Found.
For you, wanting that quick but thorough picture, those viewing figures, they pretty much tell the story of the struggle.
It really makes you wonder about audience habits now. Does that initial hook, that name recognition, is it enough to keep people tuning in week after week, especially on traditional TV?
Well, they certainly tried to use the original's massive success. I mean, 2023 was huge for Suits streaming, right? Over 57 billion minutes watched. That's staggering.
Insane numbers. And they brought back Harvey Specter, Louis Litt, fan favorites. It was a very deliberate move.
You'd think that would be the secret sauce, tapping into all that nostalgia.
But as the sources we looked at point out, those cameos, that nostalgia, it just wasn't enough in the end. Didn't save the spinoff.
So it kind of begs the question, what's more powerful? That feeling of nostalgia, or does a show just need to stand on its own 2 feet?
It seems like the latter, increasingly. Nostalgia gets eyes on it, maybe, but quality and connection keep them there.
Okay, so let's touch on what the fans are saying. Some theories are floating around about why it failed.
Right, the why. Always interesting.
One popular idea is about the format. The old school weekly broadcast schedule.
Ah, the classic network model versus streaming.
Exactly. The theory goes maybe Suits L.A. would have done better, like dropped all at once on Netflix or Peacock. For binge watching.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Viewing habits have changed so much. People like to control when and how much they watch. A weekly wait can feel dated.
Yeah, like it breaks the momentum, maybe.
Could be. It definitely caters to a different kind of engagement than, say, settling in for a whole weekend binge.
Then there's the other main fan viewpoint, which is maybe more fundamental.
Okay.
That Suits L.A. just didn't have it. The essential stuff that made the original Suits work so well.
Like the charisma, the conflict, the
To deliver, maybe in a format people want now.
Precisely. Original appeal, that unique spark, and maybe the right delivery method seem crucial.
So it leaves you with a thought, right? In this absolute ocean of content we have now, what actually makes a show stick? What makes it thrive?
Is it leaning on the familiar, the comfortable? Or does it always come down to capturing something truly unique and compelling in its own right?
Something to chew on.